Come on, smile, Crocodile. Crink, crank, crunch went the crocodile egg. Little Kurrum wriggled his little face out between pieces of eggshell and grinned at his mum. The old Crocodile King Crick took one look at him and said, "He's the one. He has the perfect set of shiny white teeth. He shall be king of the crocs when he grows up. Hail, Kurrum, hail, shiny little white teeth." The crocs were having a serious problem with teeth. Of course, none of them ever brushed twice a day. Their poor teeth got sick and plop, fell right out. Kurrum was good with his brushing, using river plants and twigs from the tree twice a day. But as he grew bigger, his teeth grew bigger. The water plants were just not enough to keep them clean. One sunny morning, Kurrum went down the river for his daily smile check. He was in for a huge surprise. There it was, one ugly little yellow tooth. It stuck out every time he smiled. There was no hiding it, no matter which way he turned. No, I can't be king of the crocs if I have bad teeth, he cried. Kurrum was too afraid to tell the others, so he snuck out of home in the afternoon to look for the best toothbrush. He roamed through thick brush, pulling out branches and twigs and sticking them in his mouth. Ouch! Too big! He spat one out. Nah! Too small! He spat another one out. Poor Kurrum. Nothing was working. His eyes began to swell with little tears, and he couldn't stop the loud wailing that came next. "Stop that, boy! You are waking up my chicks!" Came a loud chirp from the tree that Kurrum sat under. He looked up and saw a white bird with black lines over his head frowning hard at him. Kurrum couldn't help himself. He wailed again. This time, all the chicks woke up, and the first thing they did, well, really, the only thing they did, was to open their mouths wide, chirping for some food, as loudly as possible. The bird threw his wings up. He flew down and sat next to Kurrum. "What's wrong, Croc? Name is Titi, by the way." "I'm Kurrum, and I can't be king anymore. I have a yellow, painful tooth." Kurrum filled Titi in on the story behind his being chosen as king because of his shiny white teeth. Titi's eyes went wide, and he knew that he had the best idea that anyone could think of. "Hey kids, come down here, lunch is ready." "Lunch is ready." Kurrum jumped. "You can't eat me." "No, Croc, we are just going to lunch in your mouth." "Lunch in my mouth?" said Kurrum, his eyes wider than his mouth. "Relax, kid. Now open your mouth wide and make sure you don't snap your jaw shut. The chicks and I are going to eat all the food stuck in your teeth. And just like that, your teeth will be perfectly shiny and clean again." Kurrum opened his mouth wide and shut his eyes. He could feel little feet walking along his teeth, hopping from one tooth to the other. Titi and his chicks were hungry. They went to work right away. Peck, 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 chomp, chomp went Titi. Peck, peck, chomp went the chicks. "Remember that the teeth at the back are where a lot of the food likes to hide," declared Titi. Kurrum felt little pairs of feet rush to the back of his mouth. Kurrum did his best not to shut his mouth or yawn or talk. Every little nook and cranny of his mouth was visited by these little walking, chirping, and eating toothbrushes. His mouth felt clean and cool. When they jumped out of his mouth one by one, they chirped, "Thank you, Kurrum." Titi grinned. "Now come on, smile, Crocodile." Kurrum smiled and stared at his reflection in the water. His yellow teeth was now shiny white. "Titi, can you lunch in my mouth every day?" asked Kurrum. "Sure, Croc. Why not? You do have the nicest teeth of all the crocodiles now." So it was that Kurrum did become king, thanks to his shiny white teeth. Soon after, he passed his very first law. Every crocodile had to get his teeth cleaned by the birds twice a day.
Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.